Up behind, Herodotus shakes his head, gate 1. Straightens up, and away they go. Sovereign Spirit just took a little bit of a bump from Herodotus in the early stages. Western Fort and Cat Daddy right there. Pack leader is going to look to commit red sleeves and cap. There's no speed on, and Tristful's deepest of all, the green cap. White Lightning towards the inner. Sovereign Spirit, the white cap. You see a couple of them just shuffling for good early positions. Western Fort is 3 around them. At this point in time, Tilbury Fort, they just ambling along. Sovereign Spirit had to be steadied severely for a stride or two. They're going for a cup of tea out here, and Tristful moves forward with consummate ease. They just crawling along. Tristful, pack leader, Cat Daddy. Trying to get a bit closer is Leopold, Herodotus towards the inside. White Lightning, Sovereign Spirits between them. A pedestrian pace out here. Majestic Mozart, Tilbury Fort, Lord Silveria gets a mention, and Magnificent 7 is the trailer. It's all Tristful and Seanville. They calling the shots and singing the tune by a length and a quarter. As they go by the far side of the course with about 1,100 metres to go, Tristful. Pack leaders hot on the prowl, and Cat Daddy sits quietly to the inside. Leopold, Western Fort's going to go around them, the white cheek pieces. Sovereign Spirits bottled up between them, the white cap, Herodotus, White Lightning, Majestic Mozart. Then comes Tilbury Fort further back in the running. Lord Silverio and Magnificent 7. It's going to be a sprint for home, and Tristful in front by a half. Pack leaders right there, second at the 6 peg. Cat Daddy, then comes Leopold, Herodotus the grey. Sovereign Spirit, he's just waiting between them. White Lightning, Tilbury Fort, Majestic Mozart. Top of the lane, Tristful a length and a half. Pack leader comes under the drive. Sovereign Spirit's looking for the way through. Leopold to the outside. Now Sovereign Spirit comes alive. Cat Daddy. Leopold, Tristful fights back for more on the inside. Leopold, Tristful and Sovereign Spirit, the 3 of them wide across the track. Sovereign Spirit's playing fetch now, and Sovereign Spirit explodes through to take the money from Tristful. Cat Daddy, and then came Leopold. A huge victory for Sovereign Spirit, the son of Dynasty. Nothing went his way. He took a little bit of a bump out the gates. They went as slow as you can imagine, and then he had to be eased. Things did not map out, but when he sliced through them, Sovereign Spirit, Grant van Niekerk, they poured the money on, and he eventually gets to pose for the camera. Number 2, Sovereign Spirit, the Dynasty. The Bass Robinson team, Tristful, Cat Daddy, Leopold, but Sovereign Spirit, nothing went right, but he pulls it out with a lot of fight. So well done to all on number 2, Sovereign Spirit. This is for the Lammerscroll stud. The son of Dynasty, of course, a former winner of the Vodacom Durban July, and he found the gap and he came roaring through. Tristful would not go away. Leopold further back in the run, but as they come down to the post, number 2, Sovereign Spirit, and the spirits will be high.
Well, we've just seen the running of the Campanile. It's a Group 3 race over 2200. And it's gone to a horse that had the credentials because it was nominated for the big one of the same trip. Sovereign Spirit. Candice Bass is with me. Well done. This horse coming right at the right time.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. You know, he's a lovely horse. He's taken his time to mature and come to hand. And you know, we had a plan that before lockdown that we were going to try and get him qualified for the July itself. And unfortunately, due to everything happening, that didn't work out. And actually, in lockdown, he ended up falling and hurting himself, so he was in box rest for 4 weeks, so he wasn't actually going to come to Durban at all and campaign. So he actually recovered quite quickly, and I thought, oh, just chuck him on. We'll see, maybe we get with a bit of luck we can get qualified. And you know, he came up here, he had 2 runs, sprint, and then into the cup trial, which was a good run from him, and he was always going to be cherry ripe for today. He had a nice weight, he was drawn nicely. He was a little bit nervous watching with the pace. I mean, they were crawling today, and that wasn't ever going to suit him really. But luckily things worked out, and I think he was probably at the weights the best horse in the race. So we were pretty confident about his chances today.
Yeah, well done to, of course, Lammerskroll, who bred him, they own him, and they're going to be chuffed. How does the rest of your card look? You've obviously got a couple of others.
Yeah, I've got a couple of runners today. Mercurana is always a hard horse to assess. I'm not quite sure how his form holds up amongst these horses here. He did win a listed in Cape Town, but he's doing quite well at home, but it's tough for him on this track, I think, to make a call. And then obviously Clouds Unfold. I think she'll be a big runner today. Celtic Sea, obviously always a difficult filly to beat, but you know, she's really well at the moment. She's had a great prep too, and not got the best of draws, but we'll have to just take that and hope that she's good enough. And then I've got one in the last. Yeah, he's just coming back in trip, possibly a money chance. But just firstly, just well done to Peter Kraft, Lammerskroll stud, who bred him as well. Really well done to them. And then obviously to Trevor Brown, who's been looking after my yard here. He's done a great job. Horses look really, really good, and thank you to him.
Well done. There's your winning trainer's memento, if you can grab it.
Thank you.
I want to get a photograph, please, if you don't mind. Well done. Well done to the Bass stable.
Thank you.
Okay, we're talking to Grant again. We've certainly got it right. Firstly, going to talk to you about the pace, because it didn't look like there was much pace.
No, we actually went really slow in that race, and my horse was tugging. He was really taking a bit of a hold, and I managed to let him switch off around about the 1200 or so, and then he started taking the bit, but they just went so slow in that race. It was actually unbelievable.
How far back were you off the leader?
I was about 3 lengths off them, 2-3 lengths, but my horse was pulling, which was not ideal, and I didn't think you'd have a good finish on him, but it was actually a win full of merit. He managed to quicken and actually won quite a good race.
Yeah, absolutely. So just seeing how slow it was, the leader ended up being runner-up, but well done. He's a horse that, speaking to the trainer, is progressive.
Yeah, he is. Lafferty is just a horse that he's got a mind of his own, really. Last time I thought I would win the race pretty comfortably, and he sort of just stopped, and then I panicked one stage. Then I just went all AY on him. I dropped my rein, but I thought I was going to win quite easy on him. And then coming today, I knew if I asked him to go, I'd have to really get under him and make him do it. But he did it all on his own today, so hopefully that's something.
Well done here, Double.
Thank you. Big thanks to Candice and the whole team. Well done.
There's your jockey memento, if you just lift it up for a photograph. Grant van Niekerk, he's second on the day. And we've got the winning groom here. Here's Joe Zweni. Joe Zweni looks after Sovereign Spirit. Well done to Joe. And he's going to be taking home the winning check. Well done to him, and well done, of course, to Lammerskroll. 3 races out of the way, it's pick 6 time.